Think Progress has an article out about activists. Some refer to them as social justice warriors or SJWs, though I think that's a perversion of the term, to be clear here. And these so-called activists are going after Facebook. Why, you ask? Because Facebook had the audacity to create insensitive emojis, or emoticons. So let me tell you exactly what they say here. Quote, activist Catherine Weingarten says that she knows firsthand how dangerous society's unrealistic standards of beauty can be for impressionable young women. That's why, after overcoming an eating disorder, she joined the international group Endangered Bodies to lobby against industries that don't celebrate the diversity of body types. Earlier this month, she launched a Change.org campaign to get the feeling fat emoticon removed from the social media site. More than 16,000 people have joined the movement so far, more than halfway towards Endangered Bodies' goal of 25,000 signatures. They say the feeling fat emoticon, a puffy, rosy-cheeked, double-chinned character, currently counts among more than 100 preloaded statuses that users can use to express their feelings when they post a status update. Weingarten, however, does not see fat as a feeling, saying that she considers the keyboard symbol to be insensitive to people of various body types, and particularly women who feel self-conscious about their bodies. Okay, if you can't tell by now, by the tone of my voice and how I'm covering this, my feelings on this, let me make them clear for you. I think this is ridiculous, and I think stuff like this gives liberals a bad name. Because there are so many other things that are so much more important, and you're wasting time and energy on something so frivolous. So frivolous. I'm outraged by the little pictures on my screen, and I think they should be banned. This is not right. There should be action done on this because I feel uncomfortable for 32 seconds when I look at an emoticon on Facebook. No, see, here's another reason why this is annoying. Because it was just a few months ago that we were having a conversation about if you really want to empower people who are overweight to push back against societal norms, then empower people who are overweight and say, you know what, there's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful as you are. There's no reason for you to take any bullshit from anybody in society. It's all good. You're beautiful as you are. Stand up and be counted, be heard. You're a good person, and you look fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So all the nonsense people are saying about you when people talk shit about you, just brush it off your shoulder. It's no big deal. So that's what we were saying a few months ago, and now all of a sudden it's the exact opposite message. Are your feelings hurt? We should ban anything that might hurt your feelings for 12 seconds because obviously you're not a strong enough person to handle it on your own, so we should get involved and try to take away anything that might trigger you to be upset for a little bit. But if we agree that being overweight is not necessarily the worst thing in the world and it's not a terrible thing and that's what our beliefs are, then why wouldn't you look at the feeling fat emoticon and say, I love that thing. I'm going to rep it, and I'm going to rep it with pride. Yeah, I'm overweight, and I'm happy about it. In fact, here's an emoticon of me being overweight, and I'm shoving it in your face and saying, how you like me now, bitch? Look, I'm using the emoticon. This is who I am. Love it or hate it, I don't give a fuck. Fuck off. So you're just flipping all over the place. And by the way, here, let me make another point about this. Show the list of emoticons, some of them that they have on Facebook. So if you see here, for everybody listening on the live show, the first one says pissed, and it's an upset face. So if you want to start going down this road of anybody has the right to censor anybody else when they make them feel uncomfortable for a split second, if you really want to go down that road, then okay, well, that's offensive, the pissed face. Why? Because what you're doing essentially is you're mocking people who are having a bad day, or you're mocking people who are angry at their lives and who are angry at their current situation, and you're being insensitive to them. You're making a mockery of real problems that people face when they have this unhappy face. So it's offensive and it's insensitive, and how dare you make that, and you got to get rid of it so that you can treat these people equally. All right, how about the next one? Full. Somebody with a full face, so they just ate and they're full and they're happy. Well, again, this is disrespectful to people with eating disorders because some of them might never feel full and they might be starving themselves and you're being insensitive to their current situation and what they're going through. Get rid of that. Oh, here's another one, perplexed. Well, wait a second. If you're perplexed, what are you? You're mocking people who don't understand everything and don't understand stuff when they read it the first time or when they try to learn something new, or people who just generally are not great at grasping concept. You're mocking people who are confused, and that's insensitive and that's offensive. Nauseous. You're mocking people who are nauseous. I don't know if you guys ever felt nausea before, but it's fucking painful and you hate it at that moment and you do anything to escape it. You hate the feeling of nausea. So how dare you put a green face of nausea, because that's insensitive to those people. That's offensive to those people. And you made their face green, the nausea face green. For fuck's sake, when somebody's nauseous, they're not actually green. That's disrespectful, and you're assuming that people's faces are green when they're nauseous. Get rid of it for that reason. That's fucked up. The hopeless face. You put a fucking hopeless face? Well, you know who's hopeless? People with depression. You know who shouldn't be mocked? People with depression. Get rid of that, because you're putting these people down when they're already down. How dare you put that up? You got to get rid of it. A crappy face with somebody's tongue sticking out? That's another one. How dare you do that? Why would you put a face that says crappy and somebody looking like they're down on their luck when there are people in the world right now who are down on their luck? Don't you think you're exacerbating that problem by feeding into the narrative that they're down on their luck? How dare you do that? I'm offended. Get rid of it. Look, man, we can play this fucking... And guess what? If Facebook did not put the fat emoji originally, what would have happened? They would have taken the opposite position. The same people who are arguing to take it down now would have came out and argued, how dare you not put a fat face emoji in there, or emoticon, because you're being discriminatory by leaving them out. We saw this recently with Apple's emojis when they didn't put in people of different races. So they leave them out and they say, well, how dare you put them in because you're not treating them equally, you're not putting them in there like everybody else. Why would you do that? And then they put them in and they say, oh, you didn't put them in right, so take them back out or change how you did it. There's no way to make everybody fucking happy about this, man. And this is a stupid thing that simpletons care about. Go out and do a protest for universal health care. Go out and do a protest to reduce income inequality. Go out and do a protest to try to end one of the 6 different military situations that we're engaged in right now, whether it's Iraq, Afghanistan, or Pakistan, or Yemen, or Somalia, or Syria. Do something that matters if you want to put your energy into political motives, not censoring people because a tiny little face on a screen doesn't make you feel happy the second you look at it. That's childish.